What is up, guys? Alp27HD here, bringing you another Let's Talk About. This has been done by a fair few people recently. It's a bit of a Let's Talk About FIFA community as a whole, and also not my journey. I don't want to go down on my journey route, but basically the FIFA community as a whole, and basically how I find people, how I find the community, and also how I managed to break in a small way into the community initially when the channel was a bit smaller than it is now. I'm not saying I'm a big channel by any stretch, but we're doing okay. So, some gameplay in the background as always. Not sure what it is yet because I'm recording this before, but hope you enjoy. If you're not, listen to this, minimise the gameplay, carry on doing what you're doing. So, FIFA community. I know that occasionally the FIFA community gets a lot of grief, etc. I think it's a cracking community. I have been nothing but welcomed since I came in from day one. I established myself a bit on the EA forums, dodging trolls. And, you know, people knew me quite well off there, and then I decided to make a YouTube channel. So I did get a bit of a boost from the community, from the forums, which probably helped me get 100, 200 subs within the first week, which obviously goes a long way to helping grow your channel quite quickly. You know, that did mean that I was getting likes and comments, etc. quite early on. Even so, I was surprised at how quickly I grew. I've been good friends with the likes of Jack54HD, and a few of the other YouTubers and whatnot for a little while now, and that did help me get established. Jack liked a few of my videos, which obviously goes a long way when you've got someone with 10, 15k subs at the time. Overall, people criticise the big channels, the likes of Nepenthes, KSI, etc., for basically, you know, I sent you my video, how come you didn't like it, that sort of thing. If you try and get your head around the fact that these guys have 10, 15,000 followers on Twitter, they've got 50,000 subs, you know, you're probably not even going to get your comment noticed by them. I've noticed that obviously you get the odd comment back from them, but if you imagine if you've got 15,000 followers on Twitter, you know, you're going to be getting messages, you're going to be bombarded with messages, and you can't reply to everyone, you can't look at every video, there's not enough hours in the day. Another criticism the bigger channels get is, you know, you all group together, you know, KSI, Nepenthes, Calfreezy all group together, and such groups together. The friends groups, you need to try and not think of them as big YouTubers and try and think of them as people. I have people like Boyle96HD, Wild11HD, people like that I've been friends with for a very long time. I chat to them on Skype all the time. Even if I've got 30,000 subs, I'm still going to be chatting to these people because they're my friends group. The likes of KSI, Nepenthes, those people, that's their friends group. They're not saying, oh, you're a big YouTuber, I'll be mates with you. Essentially, they're chatting to their own friends group. So I think first and foremost, you need to get out the head that the big YouTubers only chat to each other. They don't, they'll chat to everyone, but obviously they have established friends groups, and, you know, they're not chatting to the big YouTubers for the sake of it, they're chatting to their own friends. So I think that's one point that you should probably bear in mind. The same way as you chat to your mates, you'll have groups of friends on Twitter, on Skype, etc. that you'll contact all the time, that you have banter with, that you have a laugh with. You'll probably grow as channels together, and, you know, it's no different higher up the food chain. In terms of breaking into the community, send your videos to people. You will probably get rejected by a lot of people, but Coley Boy did this the other day. Massive thanks to him for the shout out, by the way. But he did a video the other day, and he stressed networking, and I cannot stress it enough. You need to network in this. You really do. You know, you've got to put your name out. You've got to send it to channels around the same size. Send it to channels with a few K subs more. Don't just send it to the KSIs and the Nepenthes and the, you know, and people like that. Send it to other channels, you know. Even the likes, you know, send it to Jack, send it to GCI Messi, send it to Propane Games, send it to me. I do my damnedest to try and answer every tweet that I get, every retweet I try and do. I look at videos. If I enjoy the video, I'm not going to like for the sake of liking. If I don't think it's a great video, I'll normally come back with some constructive criticism. I won't just, you know, like it for the sake of liking it. But at the same time, I'm not going to go disliking it. I'm not going to go coming back saying your video is a bag of shit. I'll come back and say, have you looked at the audio on that? Maybe you could do with getting a better mic. Have you considered a PVR? Go for web app videos rather than trying to use a hand cam. Because, you get a video and someone's on a steady cam with a crap mic and you just think, but you don't dislike, you just go back to them, give people feedback, give people criticism, but make it constructive. I have, dislikes on my videos, but people don't tell me why. I know there's always going to be trolls. You need to get that in your head straight away. There are trolls in every community, and the FIFA community is no different. You're probably going to get a hardcore group that will just dislike every video within 2 seconds of it going up. It is what it is, but hopefully the good outweighs the bad. In terms of a community itself, I've had nothing but help from people. From the smallest channels, and some of these small channels, by the way, I know I'm a small channel. When I say small, I mean people with like sub 1,000 subs. They go out of their way to help the bigger channels. They tweet, they like, they comment, they retweet you, and I think it's a cracking community. I've not had any run-ins with everyone. I tend to get on with most people, and I am always there for a chat if anyone wants to have a chat. In terms of getting noticed, try and get a PVR if you can. That is not cheap. I know I use a Hotpog HD PVR with Sony Vegas to edit and Extreme Media, Talk Media Extreme, for capturing the footage. And I know it is difficult, guys, to basically pay out for a PVR, but once you've got one, you will notice your subs and your video counts go right up because people do want to see HD footage taken straight from the game. However, use the web app, be smart, plan around things. I saw someone the other day that did a Ronaldinho review that used the web app and real life footage, and it was a cracking video. It was really, really good. You don't necessarily have to have a HD PVR, but obviously as you start to grow, it does help, and you won't notice many of the bigger channels don't have one. If anyone over 1,000 subs tends to have a HD PVR, or at least reasonable equipment. Get a decent microphone as well, for God's sake. The amount of people I've heard, it's like, hello, it's such and such. It's like, just seriously, get a decent mic or step away from the mic, listen back to it, listen for the audio, listen for the crackling, that sort of thing. Do a sample. First time I got my mic, I did a sample of about a minute and just listened to it back and thought, is the right game right? Is the volume right? I released a video a while ago where I'd fucked up the volume. You guys had a massive do Alp 27 HD, and I was like, hello, it's Alp here. And it was like, people liked it, don't get me wrong, because I'd like to think it was reasonable content, but the grief I got for the sound was something else. And a lot of people will listen to the first 10 seconds. Remember, you need to establish yourselves straight away. If you are going to send something to someone, it's like someone used to say to me, sign your work with pride. You need to be proud of what you're sending out, and it needs to be your best. So if you listen back to something and it sounds crackly or you make a mistake, try and edit it out, cut out the mistakes. Don't, use your editing skills rather than just sending something out that maybe has, I had one the other day that had a minute of crap before he got into the game and he just talked over it. And I was like, no, edit that out. Start from when the game starts. Think about what you're doing. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression. You send your video to someone like Nepenthes or Jack54HD or GCI Messi or someone like that, and they watch it. That is probably their one chance to look at you and say, that is a cracking video. I like the presentation. It's well done, well presented, reasonable commentary. You don't have to be the best. I listened back to one of my videos the other day and sounded like fucking wanted to kill myself. One of my first videos, my Pucky review. So you don't have to be perfect from day one, but really listen back. If you were sent your video, would you watch it? Would you sub? Would you retweet? Would you like it? And if the answer is yes, then go for it, send it out. If the answer is no, then go back, edit it, play about with things a bit, and then send it back out. It sounds simple, but honestly, the amount of videos I get sent that are of poorer quality, and you just think, if you'd have spent an extra half hour on that video, you'd really have nailed it. It's just some advice, guys. It's just me talking out my arse, but I was a bit bored on my lunch and thought I would knock a video up. So hopefully you've enjoyed the gameplay footage. With regards to the community, I think we've got a cracking, strong community with very good people who are always willing to help. Just don't forget that the big channels get so much traffic on their tweets, so much traffic on their videos. They're not going to be able to answer everyone, guys. Start small and make your way up. definitely. And roll on FIFA 13, because I think that the community is going to grow strength to strength. I think there's going to be new, inventive, clever ideas, clever videos, and interesting content sent out there. Plus, we're going to have a whole raft of players to do reviews, squad builders, that sort of thing, that basically we haven't got on FIFA 12 because they've been exhausted to the point of death. So really looking forward to FIFA 13, guys. I'll continue to churn out the content until the end of September, and then expect the road to 1 million coins, because it took me 2 days last time, and hopefully it will take me the same or a little bit longer this time. We can get a couple of good videos out, and you can get an idea of what I do to make my coins. Look after yourselves, guys. Take care, and as always, catch you later.